Super Bowl history because at one point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back as he won big. In Super Bowl 29, but they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think the San Francisco 49ers team is going to play awfully well in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. They, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year, and Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his 3rd NFL season. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for Jimmy G. In February of 2018, they made him the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL, and now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana and Steve Young as 49er quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl title. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line.
8 of them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2.
I can't believe I drank 10 of them last night. I don't feel like I drank 10.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Well, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Nah, I'm done with that Black Ops shit.
Butker on for the PAT.
Yeah.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the
49ers defense is better.
And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
I think fucking Nick Bosa is going to have a heyday.
Players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a
fucking
second and 5.
Bosa's going to be blown up every play from at the end.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now on a first down pickup of 8.
He's fucking hurt.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And off the deflection, it's caught. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9
Dude, he
before
threw
being
it, bounced
brought
off a
down
lineman's helmet or something. He fucking went way up in the air. Fucking Kittle fucking ran and caught it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Tyrann Mathieu's instincts as a defensive back, I believe, are second to none. And that allows him to play all over the secondary. He can line up as an outside corner, inside in the slot, and that's difficult to do because you get so much traffic in there. And then, of course, they can also move him back as a safety. Anywhere you put him, though, you know he's going to end up around the football.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he lost the football. And it's picked
Matthews
up by the
got another
Chiefs.
fucking fumble return for a touchdown.
He's at
This
the
one's
30,
from 90 yards.
the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Get out of here.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Went down, had a 5-minute drive,
in the
marched
end
it
zone.
straight down.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. San Francisco coming back out here on offense. See, this is a team that as
see
in
how
the midst
bad
of
I
their
can
first
beat 'em.
playoff appearance since
7 points I can
2013. Biggest jump of any squad.
I mean, I'm
because
not
just
trying to
4
run the
wins
score up
last
or
year,
nothing.
13 this
You
year.
know?
And that win in Seattle, Week 17,
Damn,
so
what the
huge. A
fuck?
tackle
I've
by
only
Dre
got
Greenlaw and
60-something
Jacob
yards of
Hollister
offense.
on the
We
half-yard
got
line to
21
preserve
points.
the victory. You think about the
14 points
magnitude
on
of that
defense.
play. What a difference it would be between 3 road games if they would have been the number 5 seed versus 2 potential home games as the number 1 seed.
If they find a way to win the Super Bowl, that tackle will be remembered. It's already there with Dan Bunz's hit in the Super Bowl against Pete Johnson, the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll talk about that like Mike Jones' stop
It'll
for the
automatically
Rams against the Titans in the Super Bowl where he stopped them about 1 yard short. That's how big of a play that was, to give them that open week and a chance to rest, because I think that team needed it. But I'm loving what San Francisco has done. Jimmy Garoppolo, people will question him about playing in the playoffs. Go back and look at the season. He played in how many different playoff-type games. I think he'll be okay. The defense and the pass rush. And if they needed just a little extra on the top, they're going to paint the end zones red, as they normally do when the 49ers have a big-time team. And that's what they're doing for the playoffs.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders.
Damn, another fucking deflected ball caught by the receiver. That's
7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
The offense
Again.
with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to
was
start
awesome.
the ball game. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I picked the fucking pass defense. Uh-oh.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
I was going to give him the
So
first
that'll
down.
back
But
him up
fucking
5.
cover 4.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the
They
Chiefs.
would have just ran it for fucking 10 yards.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
First incomplete
A lot
pass.
of contact,
He was
no
9 for
call,
9.
and it's 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this
They're
drive,
gonna get a
needing
field
5
goal
yards
here.
on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Damn you, Jules.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points.
Awesome.
I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Okay, CD, let's talk about KC as their offense comes back out here. 12-4 finish as they head into this divisional round. 4th straight AFC West title. They're searching for something that they haven't had in a half-century, and everybody knows what that is. That's a Super Bowl berth. We thought their season might be in trouble when Mahomes went down with that kneecap injury. That was in mid-October. But he and the Chiefs, they haven't lost in the last 6 games. A strong finish, and they're looking as good as they have in a long time.
And they have to give some credit to Matt Moore as the backup quarterback for keeping things afloat while Mahomes was out. Because remember, they beat Minnesota in a home game that was a difficult one for them. And they also had a tough one with Green Bay that they almost pulled out.
Well, Mahomes
I had
can't
Walker.
get away,
Walker
and
fucking
down he goes.
gone.
Nick Bosa. It'll go as a
Got
loss
sacked
of
by Nick
about
Bosa.
8 as he gets in there to drop him.
God damn
Well,
it.
maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's
Gonna
gone
run
right
it
defensively.
2 times
Because
and
other
punt
than
it.
that, it's really been a first half to forget.
43! 43!
On second down, Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef.
Sure
They
feel
want
my
to run
damn
the
lineman's
football,
foot.
but that means they
Lost
probably want to run
step
it
yard.
inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the
3rd and
result,
20.
negative yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. This is taken around the 12. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio,
Here we go.
that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there
Probably
to the
lost
running
3
back.
yards
This
there.
position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Coleman now. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs.
Yeah, that's
if you go
one of
play
the
action,
bullies.
all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on.
Charles Davis.
Trust me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Accordion, bro.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee,
Going pretty
and they'll
quick.
start at the
There's not very many
25.
times the clock stops.
And San
score.
Francisco gets set to go here.
Not very
And
many
down on the
incomplete
scoreboard,
passes.
certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
No, in real life?
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
Here we go.
They
No.
know the score.
Okay, well.
They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
Oh,
That's how
it's
they
the
have to
one
treat
that
this
has
drive.
the
They need
foot.
points.
Big time.
The reflex
A
on
good
it.
run there to
Just use
start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch what he
I mean, that's the only thing. Dual power, nothing else like that.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Probably.
It's a loss of a yard there.
They're
And now
bigger,
second
you know.
down. And never
Take
good
up
on
the
a
whole
pass
screen.
completion there to
It's
go the
awesome.
wrong way. Lost
The
yardage.
thermal.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, they're badass.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So what you say?
Line of
You
scrimmage,
betting
the
on the Niners?
37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
I'll do a case of beer.
On the counter, here's Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there is no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So they went gutsy. Instead of getting some space with a conservative run, they throw the football at a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, that's just what I said, wasn't it? Didn't I say they were going to throw the ball?
Revisionist history.
Ah, that's right. But I took a shot.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Bourne. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
2-minute warning.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The kick by Gold is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you.
This ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Gold is able to put it through.
28-9.
And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got the connection here to Bourne. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Here we go. 180. Check. Walk 54.
Which one is it?
On the draw play, Coleman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Yeah, this is a hell of a
Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Again, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
You just gotta hit him in the chest.
Now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's caught by Sanders. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Let's go.
Yep.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The kick by Gold is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Now
49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's in for the 49ers score.
Touchdown 49ers. Block a punt.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Garoppolo now. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. The busy night continues for Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. on 2nd and 9. Mahomes. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. Williams loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Finding Bourne here over the middle. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Here we go.
Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down.
I think one dude
back at the 46. Tano passing Yo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down. It's Coleman, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, look, we got 4 of them.
On 2nd down, it's Wilson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Who what? Kobe Bryant? No way. Dude, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Brandon,
he's probably faking his death.
We can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
The HDR is a 3-3-8.
The pedal is down, slow down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mahomes going to throw. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Mahomes to the former Ram, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down, and his way it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air.
They just planted that chopper up on that.
To run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big nicknames.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo drops it off for Coleman.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tano Passanio able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Come on, die, bitch. He's trying to get in that door.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. There's Garoppolo to throw. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got the connection here to Bourne. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Garoppolo now. Completes it to Coleman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, I don't know how.
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
It has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Garoppolo looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task,
the game's
incredible.
Over.
But the accomplishment, forever.
35-25. Chiefs win. Fuck, this game's fun, bro.
You playing another one?
I want to play with the Broncos, see if I can you, man. That one went fast. That was like quick ass game. It was only like 45 minutes. Fucking easy. 15-minute quarters, that's it. But accelerated clock, so each play burns like fucking 35 seconds off the clock. 25 seconds.
It's 8 on.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ever shot somebody
so here come the
on
Chiefs for their
parachute?
opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They go play action here on first down. They complete it to Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He's in deep.
And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Fucking rolling around in our swamp.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. Damian Wilson in on the stop. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
60 or. Let's go, Switch. Let's go.
They'll try to draw Lindsay. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Yellow. 51 to mine. Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Block now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick six.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
What?
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle.
That's our ball, baby. Go in the other way.
Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These two teams all tied after one.
2nd quarter.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught here by Bell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I just
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How much was it?
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, you know what new is it worked.
Mahomes now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
And then I bought the gas
Williams.
$5.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
$30. Any fools.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd and 7. Mahomes, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs
Tyreek Hill has 3
touchdown.
receptions already first half.
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down.
Dude, my water
because
pump, I'm
already
gonna have to
we're seeing him
all
run
kinds
past
of underneath like
over,
everything.
through guys in order to make
bad
these
spot.
catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge, any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge.
He's a good coach.
Going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career. And this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That was a big-time hire for them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back to